Hi there, I am Tanya Windiger and I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And as you go through your healing journey and stuff like that, you hear about all these different therapies. And one of them is the inner child work. I know, the first time I heard it, well, my alarm bells went off. No, I'm so not going to do this. This is a stupid idea. And I just so resisted it for so long. I didn't even want to look at it. I didn't read a book on it. I didn't attend workshops or anything that had anything to do with that. And it was by coincidence, really, that they twisted it in. They had it part of a workshop I went to, and it kind of got me by surprise. So, and it challenged us, and because I wanted to heal so badly, I'm so determined that I'm gonna be able to fix all these things that went wrong for myself, so I can have a joyous, fulfilling life. I said, okay, let's look into this. Let's give it a go. Let's try. I can tell you, it's probably one of the hardest therapies or exercises that I have done. I did end up getting myself a doll that kind of represents myself when I was little. That's how it's just suggested. And then you were meant to nurture this doll. Say kind and caring things and loving things. And I can tell you this did not go well initially. Every time we came up to that exercise throughout the day, like I was doing it every day, I was just instantly pulled up all this anger and hate in me. Just walking towards the doll, all I wanted to do is actually just throw it through the room. There was just so much hate there. And it took me a fair few weeks to just kind of settle that anger. There was no kind words to that doll at all. And it was months down the track that I was just, before I was able to even have thoughts that were kind towards that doll, and even longer for me to verbalize or whisper something kind and caring for that doll. But it was essentially, I think it had a huge impact on my overall healing to stick that out. And I mean, this was, like I said, it was months and months it took me to work through that, because there was just so much hate there, and I just really didn't accept myself as a child. But to learn that, yes, I was born lovable, I was an okay child, to accept that and to believe that, and coming to that realization that, and deep within you, that the trauma and the abuse that happened had nothing to do with you. That was those people's issue. I am still a worthy person. And I think it was through all this inner child work and really trying to accept myself, my younger part, to, and let that self-hate go. I think that probably was one of the biggest impacts that inner child work had, to let some of that hate, the self-hate, the self-destructiveness go. So I can only encourage you to give it a go. As I said, it took me months and months, so don't expect any drastic changes when you buy that doll. It was a process. It was, but I think it was well worth it, and it was probably one of those turning points for me in my healing journey. So it's just another little technique and things that we can try and persist with it. Because this one is the easiest to just chuck in a corner and not do again. And I had times where I had breaks, but to this day I still have that doll in my cupboard. It sits behind my shirts. So every morning I see it, and I just have a moment where I just, for a little bit of self-compassion and self-acceptance for that child. Okay. Because we didn't have that as a child, but we can now as adults give it to ourselves. We're well worthy of that. So I'm going to put it out there. Okay, lots of love and rainbows as always to brighten up those tough times. Bye for now.